What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, April 19th. It's 11:30 a.m. and this is a crypto market update. So we're going to dive right into it. We got the U.S. government bonds, 10-year yields, and we're on the weekly chart. So basically, right now what I'm looking at, I'm going to hide the Stargate screener, and we're just going to look at the void lines. So the void lines are like Bollinger Bands. So you have the upper band, the lower band, the middle line, but the void lines are actually color coded. So you see the purple, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and it kind of repeats because it analyzes fractal patterns along with it. And basically right now, if you notice the color of the void lines, we're at the red. And we covered this, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, that when we get to the red, that's when we see trend acceleration. So like right here, we had red and we saw an acceleration of the trend that we came from. And sometimes we'll actually see we'll either see trend acceleration or a trend reversal, because if we go back to the past, we see red right here, we're starting to head down, trend acceleration. And then right here, we see red, trend reversal. Then we saw red, trend acceleration. And then guess what comes next for red? Trend reversal is what I believe. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But this is what I'm looking at as far as the bond yields. We're on a weekly chart, high time frame, big picture look. That's what I'm seeing on that end. If we actually go to the monthly chart, I believe that we have the sell warning, the Stargate signals. Yep, we got the sell warning. And we got 9 days, 6 hours left for this candle to close for the monthly. We got one checked off, stock RSI crossed down. And right now we got the TSI crossed down. So that's another check off for the vertical yellow sell now confirmation to come in. So in 9 days and 6 hours, if we can maintain where we're at now, the next candle that comes in is going to flash a sell now signal. And the last 1 month buy now signal actually was the point where we actually broke out of this downtrend, started headed up. So I believe that a month of May, if we get that vertical yellow sell now signal, we're going to see the breakdown of this uptrend. So that's what I'm looking at for the bond yields. But let's go to a daily chart, just check it out on a smaller time frame. Right now, we started to poke our head below the 200-day moving average. We got back above it. Right now, we're battling with the 50-day moving average. And so where we're at right now, definitely a strong point of where we want to get rejected by and turn over. But if we do head up, we have this high down to this low. We have the 786 sitting around 3.90%. That's where we'd want to see a rejection come in. Where do we need to break down from? We take this low. Let's say we go up to the 786, we get rejected, and just kind of assume that's going to happen. So if we do, we come back down, we want to see the 786 of the downside get broken around 3.38%. And then we can kind of head our way down at like 2.90% for the bond yields. So let's keep going to the dollar. So we're on the weekly chart. And just like the bond yields, if we're looking at the void lines again, let me hide this. We're in the red. So we got the red point. Like I was showing you before, red, trend acceleration, and then red, we're heading down. So trend acceleration down. Actually, this was like a reversal one. But yep, so as you can see, red back here, trend acceleration, red back here, trend acceleration, red back here, trend acceleration. So we're at a point where we're either going to have a nice strong bounce out of the dollar, or we're going to start melting down and accelerate this downtrend that we've formed since last year. Right now, something that's a little kind of, throwing up the caution signs is how we have the MACD, big sell-off. Right now we have a little sell-off, and now we have a little white coming in for the MACD bar. And if we look at kind of the low that we set here, and then this most recent low, you can see that there's some bullish divergence. We're trying to kind of curl over, maybe come up there, then get rejected and really have the meltdown. So we're going to have to watch it. It's going to be a critical week. We got this Thursday, 420, the solar eclipse, which then May 5th, we actually have the lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse this Thursday is accompanied by a new moon. And then May 5th, the lunar eclipse is accompanied by a full moon. So from 420 tomorrow to May 5th, which is about a span of 15 days, these next 2 weeks are going to be fireworks. So we're going to have to be on top of it. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get notified when we release these market updates, newsletters, deep dives. And man, there's so much news that I missed when I was on the cruise. And I was wilding out last night looking at a bunch of things, catching up from all the news that I missed. And oh man, I can't wait to share those newsletters later today. So you're definitely going to want to subscribe. So let's keep going. Now we got the stock market. We're at the US NAS 100 1 week chart. And as you notice here, and I'm going to hide the screener again, just looking at the void lines. When the blue came in back here, that was our market crash, the start of our market crash. We saw the blue come in, then purple, red, orange, yellow, green, and now we're at blue again. So it's like we did a whole pattern. We did a whole fractal pattern. And right now, so this spelled our top, maybe this, and then we accelerated down. So we topped, the blue came in, we went down hard. Now it looks like we're trying to set a bottom here. And we actually poked our head above certain key levels. Now we have the blue coming in. Maybe this is going to accelerate us back up. So we're going to have to watch that and the momentum. If we look at the bottom indicators, we're above the zero line in the CSI, which is good. We just don't want to see the stock RSI cross down. If it does, we would want to hold that 50 line. But right now, nothing to panic about. So let's go to the gold. So we're at gold right now. We're at 1993. I believe that's a key level we've been talking about. Let me put that horizontal line up. I'm going to go to the 1 month chart. So yep, we got this right here. So we'd want to, let me actually put that up a little bit. Yeah. So we're below kind of the bodies of the monthly candles back here. So right now, I would want to see in 9 days, 6 hours, us close the monthly candle above 2000. I think that'd be pretty solid. If we're looking at the void lines again, we're at the green. If you notice the green, down, green. Right now, we're either going to see trend acceleration or trend reversal. So yeah, and then green right here, trend acceleration, green right here, trend reversal. I love the void lines to be able to read the fractal patterns a little bit easier. So definitely a critical time point where we're at as far as the charts goes and the key market drivers. Let's go to Bitcoin because right now it's at 29,267. If we look at the watch list on the side, it looks like a little red day today. We got some down like 10%. We got some up. Now this like USDT. Let me go to, not the best day as far as the market goes. We got some red, got some down a little bit, but some down a good amount. So let's go to Bitcoin and see what's going on. Let's go to the daily chart. So we're getting a 1 day sell now right now coming in on this candle. If we look at this down here, so we have a high in the RSI back here, lower high, low, kind of equal high, like right here, but then a lower high right here when we've been just making higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Definitely, if we pull down here in the price of Bitcoin, I'd want to see us hold the RSI 50 line for sure. And we want to see this blue line not cross above the middle line, and we'd want to see it. Let's say it keeps going like that and the pink comes, we'd want to see the pink bounce and this come down. We do not want to see that cross. As you can see, when the blue crossed above the middle line over the pink line, that's when we had our Silicon Valley kind of debacle and the Bitcoin came down to 20K. It looked like the sky was falling. Then all of a sudden, boom, we came back up. So I'd want to see us hold those things right there. So if we go to the 3 day chart, so if we do come down, we actually did label out some levels in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, definitely join it. The link will be in the bio. We have the 3 day 200 moving average sitting around like 27,350. If I take this low right here to this high, coinciding with the 786 around 27,500, definitely want to hold that. If I take this trend line like this, we pull it up. This is what we're, I think, watching before I went to the cruise. So we had rejection, got up above it, support. So we do come back down. Another key kind of short-term level we'd want to hold as support would be 28,400. And that's coinciding with all this back here. And let me hide this. I'll hide this so we can get a clean chart. So if you look at the candles back here, right now we're above this. This is where we kind of got hung up before it popping up. Usually you'll see us come back down, maybe test that as support, and then we can keep going. But yeah, definitely a little cluster here before we tanked. It was the level that we got above in January 2021, came back down, support, went up, came back down to it, went up, we came back to that level. So we're at a key level right now, and we need to clear that 31,500. And ultimately, if we want to keep going higher than the 30s, we want to get above 34,500. So we're at this little zone where there's a lot of resistance. So us coming back down to try to garner enough energy again to come back up and break through this key level might be a necessity here. So we're watching that. If we do come down and break those short-term support levels, first one like 28,595, then 27,500, and we could come down to that 24,150, the 1618 extension of a breakdown right here, which coincides with key levels of resistance came up, resistance, we broke above. That could be the case too. I do think on the Bitcoin futures chart, there are some gaps we might have to fill. Let me go to the 12-hour. Yeah, so there's a gap right there, 20,000. Yep. So we filled this one back down here. And when we kind of popped up after the Silicon Valley thing, I was like, man, there's another gap after us already coming down, kind of getting that sigh of relief that it filled it here. We still have one now again here. There's a mini one right there as well too. So maybe we do have to come down to that. So that's sitting around like 28,000. Yeah, so pretty natural of the movement today. I think I covered in a short video the other day about the dollar as well too. It looks like that is playing out. We do have some trend lines right now. We could be finding some support, but we got to look at that momentum. And one thing we were saying that the 12-hour RSI, we need to hold above that 50 line. Right now we are. If we do poke our head below it, we'll likely have a further kind of crash down, and we'll have this low to that high. We'd fill that gap coming down on that 786. So that 27,500 level, definitely important. But look at the gap back here. We did fill it. There's another one up here though. So sitting around 34,500 to 35,500. There's still a gap up there. So maybe we still have to come up and fill that real quick and then come back down, maybe fill down here. So we're going to have to be watching it like a hawk, looking at the momentum. Right now, dollar. Let's go to a short-term look, 12-hour chart. We're watching that fractal pattern there. And also this high to this low. We got the 786 fib at 102.375. That's the short-term level we want to get rejected by. And so let's go now to Bitcoin dominance sitting around 47.52%. We had the 5-day sell warning. We're right below the 200 moving averages here. I'd want to see that momentum. The stock RSI is crossed down, but we want to see that TSI cross down so we can get that vertical yellow sell now on the 5-day plus get, and that will result with us rolling over with the dominance. And then we have the moving averages in there as kind of like, all right, this is a real kind of breakdown, come back down, and then maybe you come back up while this comes down and then ultimately break down. We want to see this kind of support floor get broken for the dominance and Bitcoin USD stay stable or go up steadily, because then we'll have an alt season. So that's what we're watching there. If we're looking at others dominance, let's go to the weekly chart. So right now we're at a key level, horizontal line, put that right there. Actually, let me go to a 3-week chart. So we have this horizontal line. It's around like 9.42%. We tested it a couple times here. We had like blowout tops, come back down, blowout top, come back down. I would say actually, let me go to the monthly chart. If we look at the RSI here, let's go to a 2-week. All right, so 2-week, we had a low, higher low right now. Equal lows. If we look at this, the MACD is curling in, it's coming in. You're seeing it's getting smaller, even though we're doing lower. So we're getting closer. Not there yet, but we definitely want to see this TSI cross up MACD, stock RSI, and for us to ultimately take out this high to this potential low that we're setting right now, 11.60%. We can do that and get up to 14.45% on the others dominance, which will be, solid for the altcoins and a potential alt season. Then we have this trend line coming down like this. We can maybe even chalk it up to say that we already broke it, and this kind of pull back down is like a retest of that trend line. So we had rejection, broke above, back down to retest, bullish divergence, low, higher low, low, higher low, equal lows. And then maybe this will give us enough juice to really have that alt season pop off. So that's what I'm seeing there. If we're looking at Ethereum, go to the daily chart, and testing key level. I think this trend line coming up like this, close to it, coinciding with that middle line and the void lines in the top of the EMA ribbon. So that is about 1938. I do have the stock RSI coming down here hot though. The blue looks like it's going to curl up. Pink might come down. So definitely being on guard as far as that goes with Ethereum. Or the 1 day sell warning, 2 day sell warning. Yeah, 3 day sell warning. So yeah, if you're following the Stargate trades checklist with the swing trading, I'm sure there's a trade ready to be made on Ethereum as far as the swing trades checklist and all the time frames that we check. So definitely, if you hold Ethereum and you're in the VIPs, then pull up that checklist and run the strategy out and get ready for a potential move and set those alerts. Set those alerts so you don't have to be staring at the charts all the time. You can get notified right when you need to take an action. So XRP, we want to check the 3 day chart with that Holy Grail chart. We covered that in our group session, I think a week or two ago. Still no sell now. It's still no sell now. We got 2 days, 9 hours left for this candle now. So until that sell now comes in, I'm not worried about it, but it could potentially be coming in. Let me pull that back up. Yep, it's there. Let's see the bottom indicators. All right. So it looks like we crossed that. Looks like we're trying to cross back down. The TSI now has kind of a little bit of a pull down right here. So these next 2 days, 9 hours, really want to see XRP garner some life back into it. So we don't really see this TSI cross down because that's the final check mark we need for that sell now to come in. So we'll be on that. And then with the Discord, the automated alerts for XRP will flash real time right away if that 3 day sell now comes in. So we'll be notified right away when that potentially happens. So XLM didn't have a 3 day. Let's check the 2 day. It didn't even have a 2 day. I think it had a 1 day though. And it probably flashed a sell now already. Yep, it did. But right now we're coming down to test that 200-day moving average. We flipped the EMA ribbon from red to green. The EMA ribbon's getting through the 200-day moving average right now. So we can hold where we're at with Stellar, especially being on a key level of resistance now turns support potentially. We definitely want that to be the case. But we do see momentum really starting to nosedive a little bit here. So we're going to have to be on the dollar, seeing if that's kind of breaking key levels and getting a solid relief bounce, looking at what Bitcoin's doing, looking at the narratives and news, and kind of see the course of action from that point. If we take this low that we set back March to the high back up here, 786, sitting around 0.082. Do I think we're going to go there? It depends on the momentum, depends on the narratives. So we're going to have to watch it. But 6 hour chart, 200 moving average. Right now we're sitting right on it. We have no buy warnings yet. Let's see if that was a key level that we got to hold above the 200 moving averages. So we're at a key level right now. If we take this low to this high and we look at the extension of a breakdown, we're actually at it right now. The 1618 extension of a breakdown coinciding with the 200 moving average on the 6 hour, which is at like 0.098. So definitely a critical day. We got some cosmic alignments going on. We got a lot of narratives and news events going on. So, and then all charts, the key market driver charts are all at key kind of levels aligning together as far as like, all right, is it going to be a trend reversal or trend acceleration? So definitely want to subscribe, get updated and notified right away when we drop these videos. So hit that notification bell and then come join the Discord because we're more active and communicative in the Discord. So if you have any questions, you can join that. Ask us anything in there. So I'll see you guys in the Discord and in the next video.